Do you have a payday routine? Hi, welcome back. Are you intentional about your spending? Do you have a payday routine or is just a free for all? You're just waiting to get your paycheck and then spend, and you don't have an organized way, or you don't have a system in place of how you spend your money. I've got to be intentional about my money. If I don't have those systems in place, my money will go any and wherever, and at the end of the day I'll wonder, what did I do with my money? So I'll go step by step of my payday routine, and if you don't have one, I will recommend you adopt a payday routine. So I get paid twice a month, every 2 weeks. So the first thing I do is to verify that the amount I'm supposed to receive is what is deposited into my account. I don't make any assumptions. I just go in and check. Ensure that the correct amounts are being deducted. Just verify. I know someone, the person went to do their taxes, but they realized they hadn't been taking taxes. And they were shocked, they were angry. I'm telling you, this is true. So I asked, were you not looking at your pay stub? They said yes. Like, how do you miss for all year that no taxes were taken out? You didn't think anything of it. Anyway, so that's why it's good to just verify, because you don't want, at the time you file your taxes, you now have a big tax debt because nothing was deducted. The number two thing I do is check my zero-based budget. So for my budget, I separate it into my monthly budget because I'm paid twice a month, every 2 weeks. I have the first paycheck and then the second paycheck because I have to be intentional. I know I have expenses that I need to pay with the first paycheck. I certainly will recommend having a budget, because if you don't have a budget, how do you know? How are you able to track your expenses? Again, I have to be intentional because I work hard and I don't want to waste my money. So I recommend also just having a budget. It helps. It helps tremendously. The number three thing I do is I make sure I pay myself first. So there's nothing like I pay mortgage, I pay food, insurance, everything. Then at the end of the day, at the end when there's like $20 left, then that's the $20 I'm paying myself. No, 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 no. I pay myself first. And paying yourself could be if you're working for an organization, an employer that may deduct your retirement money initially and then maybe matching. If you are with an organization where they match, put up to the max so they can match it. That's free money. The number four thing I do is to ensure that the first paycheck I receive in a month takes care of my needs. My needs such as my mortgage or my rent, food, utilities, transportation, those needs, those things you cannot do without. Ensure that that first paycheck takes care of it. And the number five thing I do is I give. It could be tithing, giving to others. No matter how you want to give, just ensure that you are not doing more than you can afford. I'm not saying don't stretch yourself. I'm just saying don't overdo it, because again, you give, not that people are hounding you because they know you have, they now come to you. No. If you're going to tithe. If you have organizations you give to, select whatever organizations they are. Maybe you want to give a certain percentage. Let's say, for example, to church, you want to give 10%. Do that 10%. You have another organization, you want to do 5%, 5%. Just you have whatever number that is, you do. You don't have to go over, just do that number, but give. The thing is, I've noticed that in giving, you will always get some way or another. And giving will not make, you will not go broke from giving. It's an added advantage to you. So that's one thing I do. I ensure that I give, because we can look around and see where there's a need in our community or in our families and be a blessing to someone. And then the number six thing I do is sometimes I have a cushion, even though I have a zero-based budget. I have my needs taking everything I need to pay. There's also sometimes there's that money left, right? Not saying that that money left has nothing by it. So it could be investing. So what I do is whatever I have left over, I invest in addition to my retirement, which is on the side. I try to invest in something. Don't be like me when I first started. If I heard people were doing this, I ran and did this. I lost so much money just listening to people. But doing your own research, or if you follow certain people, let's say Warren Buffett, I know he just retired, but there are other people out there that, you may decide, I want to invest like they do. Not necessarily the amount, but just maybe the things they invest in, or the things you decide you want to invest in. Do your research. So whatever amount is left, you can invest in that. Now, if you have debt, it's best to pay off your debt before you do the additional investing, because debt has interest. And let's say you have a credit card debt that is the interest rate is 29%. If you are investing, you are not making more than 29%. You might as well leave that investing and pay off your debt first. Or if you maybe have not saved enough for your emergency fund, like for example, there's been some studies that have shown that about, I think, 52% of Americans, if a $1,000 emergency were to occur, they don't have enough 1,000 to cover a $1,000 emergency. So save towards an emergency fund and then invest. Make sure you have something saved so you don't revert to credit card when emergencies arise. These 6 payday routine steps are what has helped me stay focused on managing my money. So if you don't have a payday routine, you can adopt these same 6 steps, or you can come up with yours. And if you already have some steps you're already following, you can also share in the comments section. If you like what you've heard, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.